I'll go get some beer.
Doing the beer run?
Particular kind of beer or?
Angus, our favourite beer.
The Mexican beer.
The Mexican beer, man.
Mexican beer.
What's it called? What's it called?
I wanna run away, get away from this mess. My head's going round, just thinking of nothing, baby. My life ain't making any sense.
Hey folks, welcome to the WOA FM99 Radio Show, episode 10 of season 29. If you missed our Get to Know Your Artist episode on YouTube, which is a pre-show to this main radio show and podcast, please go check it out. It's quite entertaining. You know, we talk about the artist more in detail, and we also put in highlights of the in conversation part of this show. So today we've got Shar, who's a singer-songwriter, who's working with WOA, and we're quite excited about some of her music. We're going to feature one of her songs that we've never played before. So quite exciting stuff coming up there. But we also have a video part of that interview, which is on our Get to Know Your Artist series. So if you did miss it, I would definitely recommend you go check it out. Just go to youtube.com/Oliver Sean and check out the latest Get to Know Your Artist episode, okay? And please do consider subscribing to my YouTube as well, because that's my personal YouTube, where I do this extra thing for the WOFM99 radio show. Today we've got some great acts, a lot of WOA artists, some of our chart-topping acts as well. I'm also featuring some songs that are going to be featured on the Breakthrough Artist album, which releases next month. But speaking of new albums, I want to give a big shout out to all our Goa Chill Out Zone Volume 14 artists, because the album is now available for pre-saves on Apple Music and pre-order on iTunes and Amazon, things like that. So if you're a fan of chill out music, easy listening music, I would definitely recommend pre-saving and pre-ordering the Goa Chill Out Zone Volume 14. Now, if you don't know much about the Goa Chill Out Zone, the Goa Chill Out Zone has hit number one consistently on iTunes, on Amazon for the past several years. And this is our 14th year, by the way, of the Goa Chill Out Zone. So a big one. And we've got 10 amazing songs and artists on that album, including some of my favorite musician friends and artists who I respect quite a lot in terms of what they make, the kind of music they make, like Yngwie Thor Kormaksson, Moon and Aries, Kathy Vanna, Juice the Black Beethoven, David Hopper, the Rogue Commandos, Marco Corneli's Rogue Commandos. Then, of course, my good friends, Ulrich Benson, which is a duo from Seattle. I've talked a lot about them. We also got Lenka B from the UK. So quite a few lovely acts. The Silvers as well. A lot of these acts have been part of the Goa Chill Out Zone in the past, or part of the independent number ones in the past. So these are some of like the best of the best that we chose for this year. We're not going to play any of the songs from the Goa Chill Out Zone, but we are building the anticipation of this album. So we're hoping fans will go out there and sample that album. You know, you can go to just go to goachilloutzone.com and you get links to check out the album. It's great stuff. Well, today I also want to talk about something that's been sort of bothering me with some of the new artists that we choose for our show. You know, if you notice, the acts that I really like to sort of promote and talk about are artists who are grateful for every little thing that they get in the music industry, you know, because the music industry it's a tough industry. Like me, when I was starting out, I mean, if I got an article or an interview on the Rolling Stone magazine or on the Cosmopolitan magazine or one of those girly mags, the 17 mags, you know, things like that, I'd be super grateful, right? But at the same time, if I got a guy from high school writing a project for his school newspaper and wanted to do an interview on me or an article on me, I was again super grateful for that too. So if I'd get on a radio show in like a major radio show in the UK, like BBC or something, I was like, wow, my song's playing on BBC. But at the same time, I'd get my song playing on a local podcast, and I'd be like, wow, my song's playing on that podcast, you know. So what I'm talking about is being grateful for every little opportunity that you get. And the way you show that nowadays is, you know, when you get on, say, a podcast like mine or a radio show or whatever, you interact with the show, you interact with the fans and listeners who listen to that show, and you show your gratefulness, you know, that I'm so happy to be part of that show. And when you do that, guys like me, the made people in the industry, notice it, and those are the people I like to promote further. I'll tell the team to offer them opportunities, which are huge opportunities. Like, let's get these guys on the Billboard charts. Let's get them into the nominations. Let's get them into, some major compilation that we're working on right now. Things like that, And one of the reasons that I'm now delaying the podcast, I want the artists who are listening in to understand what this is, what I'm doing, what the plan is. So I do the Get to Know Your Artist, where I talk about all the artists equally. I'll give everybody an opportunity. And then I give them enough time to see which artists are engaging with us and with our listeners and our fans. And we have noticed a lot of the newer acts who have not been part of this industry for a while. They've just started out, but they think they're hot shit. They're not. So these new acts who think that, hey, I made a great song and, this show has taken me on their show to put and they need us. No, we don't need any music. Think about it. Most radio shows and podcasts are getting 1,000 submissions a day. 1,000 submissions a day. Try and figure that number out in your head. And if you are accepted, or if I decide to put your song on my show, you need to be freaking grateful that you're on the bloody show. If you don't interact and say thank you and share the episodes, you will never again be accepted on our show or any of our partner shows, and we will never accept you, whether you do priority submissions with us or you come in through a free submission site. We will never accept you because you did not show gratefulness when you were accepted on our show, because we don't need your music. You need these platforms, especially the platforms that are real, that are really supporting and promoting independent songs. So that's just one of my rants today, and I'm really, really pissed off at some of the new acts who we do accept for our show and who do not interact with the fans and the listeners, and they don't share, they don't like, they don't do anything. I've made a decision now, and I've told the entire WOA Entertainment Group to blacklist artists who do not share, like, and support the show, because I take a lot of time out of my busy schedule to support artists. If you notice, there are some artists that I go over and above and beyond to support them because I love these guys, because of the way they are. They're like me, they love what's happening for them. Like the little things that we do or the big things that we do, they look at it in the same way. And that's something I know for a fact others like me in the industry look at, and they keep an eye out. They may not talk about it, but hell, I'll talk about it because I can. And I am going to make it a point now to start blacklisting these acts, okay? So the reason I am now releasing the podcast and the radio show a few days after the Get to Know Your Artist is because I'm going to give artists some time to see if they actually interact. And the ones who don't interact will be put on the show. I will put them on the show because I've given my word that, okay, I like this artist and I've talked about it on the Get to Know Your Artist show. So I will put them on, but we won't say much about these acts. We will give them another opportunity once the podcast is out to sort of, to show that if they really are listening to our show, or they are happy that they've been on the show or whatever, and then after that, boom, they're out. Okay, so fans and listeners who are listening to our show are big supporters, independent music supporters. When you see artists not interacting with you guys, or not thanking listeners and things like that, just stop supporting them. That's what I say. Stop supporting them. They don't deserve the support from the independent music community. You can keep trying to get yourself a major record deal and do it on your own. We are not going to support you. That's as simple as that. Well, without further ado, let me get on with who is going to be on the show today. So we're kicking off with Solo El Malo with the song The One I Want Beside Me. Now, I did say that I'll be playing this artist first because we forgot to put this guy on the last episode, and he did interact with us on the Get to Know Your Artist. He did say, oh, you forgot to put my song on, all that stuff. So we're putting the song in. Let me know what you think about the track. Then we have Jerard Rice, a WOA artist. We love this guy. This is Trauma, one of his new singles that I've not given enough support to, because I was supporting his other song called Starving. And I decided last minute, we need to put in Trauma because I do like this song. It's a really cool track. So hope you enjoy Jerard Rice's Trauma. He was part of our WA Summer Tour last year. So do go check out some of the coverage from that tour on all our social media, okay? Just WOA International, at WOA International on Facebook, at WOAFM99 on Instagram, and at WOA Records on Twitter or X. Then we have PM, a dear friend of mine, part of my New York single, a rapper, with his song Mr. Bars. Now, I was going to play That's What It Is, which is his big hit. But Mr. Bars is his newer song, so I'm going to play that one today, okay? So Mr. Bars. Then we've got Boomer Baby Sounds. John Finnemore is a good friend of mine with Take a Good Look at Yourself. Now, I have spoken more about this song and some of the artists, on our Get to Know Your Artist series. So please do go check out the Get to Know Your Artist series on youtube.com/Oliver Sean. Then we have a band called The Last Parade. I like these guys. I did call them Unleashed Ray on my Get to Know Your Artist series, but that was the name of the song. The name of the band is The Last Parade. Now, a great 80s rock sort of feel and really cool track. I'm putting this song quite early on before the interview with Shar because I want you guys to listen to the guitars. I loved what they did. This is one of the reasons I love independent music in a way, because you get new songs from the 80s or the 90s now. You can't really hear a new like old Bon Jovi sort of style song nowadays in the mainstream industry. But hey, The Last Parade, there you go. You got a track coming in from back in the day, but it's a brand new song, so it's great fun. Then, of course, I've got Shar joining me live in the studio for a wonderful interview. Now, the video highlights of this interview is on my Get to Know Your Artist series on YouTube, so please go check it out. But we're going to be playing Shar's When the World is on Your Shoulder after the interview is done, okay? So stick around for that. We have some lovely songs coming up after the interview, actually. So we've got Scott MacPherson, Day After Day. Now, Scott is a WOA act. He's also a sound engineer from Nashville, Tennessee. And Scott is selected for our Breakthrough Artist album, Independent Number One's Breakthrough Artist album, which will be released now in April. Because we were waiting for the Goa Chill Out Zone Volume 14 to be released and launched. So that's happening now in March. So as soon as that's done, the Breakthrough Artist album will start the promotions and all of that. So great artists coming up on the Breakthrough Artist series. I'll tell you all about it starting in the first week of April. So after Scott, we've got Chris Dodson, and I believe his band is called Lower Broadway Band, okay? The name of the song is Down the Strip. Now, why I'm playing Chris Dodson soon after Scott MacPherson is because both these guys seem to be from Nashville, and the songs are kind of not similar, but like Scott is more Americana, like Tom Petty and, that kind of style. And Chris Dodson's music is proper honky-tonk country, like country rock, beautiful stuff. But it does kind of go back to back, and I just love that feeling. So tell me what you think about Chris Dodson as well. Then we've got Do, WOA artist Do, who just hit the charts in Portugal. He came in at number 2 on the alternative charts. Unfortunately, Coldplay, and they have this song that Coldplay has done with some big name acts, who were stuck at number 1, so Do couldn't really get the number 1 spot, but he got a lot of support and came in at number 2, was there for quite a few days actually, and also made it into the top 100 on the iTunes Top 100 across all genres as well. So congrats to Do, and we're going to be playing that song that hit the top 100, number 2 on alternative charts over and over. Now this is sort of like an unplugged piano-based version of Over and Over, so let me know what you think about it. After Do, we've got 3 new acts who have not interacted with our Get to Know Your Artist series. They have not followed any of our pages. So we've got Micall with Greener, Hannah Bowers with Fall Down, and Sub the Hammer, A Beautiful Girl. So these are the last 3 acts that we're going to end the show with. And stick around for next week. I've got PM joining me live in conversation, and we're going to have a lot of artists, especially artists who interact and who are grateful to be part of the WOAFM99 show and be supported and be given good critiques and positive energy from people like me and my team, as a platinum-selling singer-songwriter, artist, producer, and multiple Billboard Top 10 charting producer and artist, and a Grammy mentor and a Grammy voting member. When someone like me does support your music, you bloody well show your gratefulness that I am supporting your music. Because if you don't, we will never support your music again. Okay, I'm real pissed off today. Oliver Sean signing out.
eyes and you see me hurting. Perfect thighs, go ahead and work it. Rock your body and I'm on the surface. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I ain't tryna fight no more. I ain't tryna ride what for. I ain't tryna feel no more. Got me in the field once more. They don't really see it, baby. You don't really see it, baby. I don't wanna feel it, baby. All on you, crazy. Might have seen me down, but now I'm loaded Lux. Please, no fight or fuss. Loaded up the trunk, now I'm on to better things. I don't need love, we can kick it, have a flame. love. Said you ride, drive overtime. Stepping on me just to watch you climb. All this effort and you still can't fly. Love is black and white, almost like it's racist. Rush to my love, really gotta pace it. Love ain't love if you said you could replace it. Never had it all, give your life a facelift. Hey, what you want from me? Hey, want call of me? Hey, want all of me? But my love's forsaken. I ain't tryna fight no more. I ain't tryna ride what for. I ain't tryna feel no more. Got me in the field once more. Don't wanna see it, baby. You don't wanna see it, baby. I don't wanna feel it, baby. All on you, crazy.
Come closer, come talk to me. I've been wanting some time with you privately. Do you really want my love? Are you fond of me? Just give it to me straight, all honesty. I didn't like where our relationship was headed, so I'm trying to take it to a different direction. Cause your look is nothing but perfection. That's why I try hard to stay in your presence. Ooh, baby, I know that you like it, but you're trying to fight it. So if you're down for the ride, baby, let me change your mind, and I'll make sure that you'll be alright.
Went in front of me, XO get biz, wearing all my jeans. Go to war, get a glimpse, which crash at me. Just you want, oh, cause they think they cash at me. Black card to the max, never stressing me. I sit back in the cut, watch it come to me. New smell, finer wines, just the taste of me. Diddy bottles, drunk off on mango peach. Bring along big bread, dog, get it in. Back to the crib, think about some sales I miss. Speed it up, start asking about some funny wigs. I really man, I'm get you faded for the square biz. I run circles round these raps, no pointing out. Bringing white shirts round to the trap house. With a you boy. I see them pockets, dope man, where they lean, boy. Who's snitching? You talking, better freeze, boy. They hopping out, double side, another scene, boy. New face, headed down to the precinct. They wanna know how I made it through the clinks. Had to tell them, I'm grinding to the top, fam. Got you get it long, you make it to the top, man. I'm on the block, cutting heads for the sales, hugging. I'm going hard, touching money like it's braille, hugging. Looking out, grass tuck, still loaded B. Safe haven, take cover, think of playing me. Everybody selling shit, who fucking buying? Everybody bossing shit, who fucking lying? Put the bread on the wood, you had some one wine. I never questioned the jungle, had to be in lion. I'm a king all the time, we don't walk in G. To the bread, Ben Franklin keep calling me. I rap about getting paper, it's in my blood. I pass it down through my kids when I'm making love. Got a bop with your step when we slip through. I get you stuck like traffic when the check smooth. Who went up with that hand dog, yeah, know your beefs. Know how the boom sound, gotta know your heats. How the sauna move around these fucking beats. XO on the rise, this is not a meme. Hustle game, need all that. Respect the grind, no fall back. Respect the time, don't call back. I'm over here about all that. So go along with your riff raff. No disrespect, but y'all niggas rapping riff raff. Smoking on King Kong, tunk the whole bag. Smelling 100 miles before I hit the door, man. 100 niggas, 100 cities, baseball bats. I'm the best that ever did it, get your cans out. Don't see, just feel, bring your mans out. From the top to the bottom, knock them all out. Lake J, the top 5 when I ball out. East, west, up, north, cover all south. We don't see niggas eating with a closed mouth. I'm talking Rick James, you get whole couch. We at the end of the line, time ran out. My niggas on the roof, smoking, clearing space out. Black hoodies, black skellies, cleaning your house. Respect the grind, fish style, cover all droughts. I'ma shine, rain, sleet, spit it, sun out early.
Hi, this is John from Boomer Baby Sounds, and you are tuned in to the WOA FM99 Show with Oliver Shawn. Stay tuned to hear my latest single, Take a good look at yourself. Exclusive on the WOA FM99 Show.
Lovely. Right, folks, so today we've got a very special guest in the house, and it is one of my new favorite singers because she's a Tracy Chapman fan. I'm a Tracy Chapman fan, and she covered Tracy Chapman recently on a really, really cool song, and you probably heard, all our WFM99 listeners have heard the song, Give Me One Reason, and it's none other than Shar. Shar, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
So tell everybody where you are right now.
I'm in Ontario, Canada.
Ontario, Canada. So, Shar, tell us more about who Shar is. How long have you been making music, and what kind of music? Tell me more.
Well, I've been making music since, I released my first song, When the World Is on Your Shoulder, in October 2022. Okay. And I wrote that song when I was about in my early 20s.
Wow.
And what happened was I decided to do karaoke.
Okay.
But I wasn't sure if there's such a thing as online karaoke.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of research and I found Smule. I don't know if you've ever heard of Smule.
So you found Smule?
Right, yeah. Because I hadn't done karaoke in like years, okay?
Okay.
And so I did some research, I found Smule, and then I joined Smule. So I started doing some of the songs,
Right.
And then I decided, you know what? Maybe I can find a Facebook group that does karaoke.
All right.
So I found a Facebook group, and I started, recording videos on Smule and then uploading them to the Facebook group, karaoke group.
Right.
And then one day I decided, I want to, upload When the World Is on Your Shoulder. Okay. But I didn't have any music for it. I hadn't recorded any music professionally for it.
Okay.
So I hired a producer, and we put it together. And then once I put it together, I then decided, I don't want to upload it.
Okay.
To the karaoke group.
Gotcha.
I want to release it.
Wow.
And I started researching that.
Okay.
And once I researched it, I found a distributor, and the rest is history.
And how many songs have you got out now in the world?
Now I have, I think, about 15.
15 songs?
So I started in October. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was very prolific in 2023. In 2023, because during research, I discovered that it was better to release singles.
Yeah. Okay.
So I started releasing singles every 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
In 2023.
All right.
And then the other thing that I did was I remixed some of the songs.
Okay.
Give Me One Reason.
I love that.
I remixed it.
Oh, you remixed that as well?
Yeah, I remixed it. You haven't heard the remix?
You haven't sent it to us. I mean, you've got to send it over. Let me hear it.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you something. I remixed it.
Okay.
Released it, and it did well.
Oh, fantastic.
Then recently, I released an extended version. And that came, and I had no intentions. I didn't even think of this. Okay. What happened was I sent Give Me One Reason to DJ pools, right?
Oh, yep. Okay.
One of the DJ pools, they emailed me and said, you know what? We need an outro. And I'm like, what's an outro? I have no clue what an outro is, right?
Okay.
So I asked them, what is that? They told me what it was.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So I went back and I contacted the DJ that helped me remix the track.
Nice.
And he did the outro for me.
Okay.
And I sent it to the DJ pool.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I'll release that too.
Yeah.
So I released that extended version in, I think, December.
Nice. Did you get any radio airplay?
So there's 2 versions now.
So did you get any radio airplay, or has it just been DJs and stuff like that? Or did you get any radio airplay as well?
Because I haven't really focused on that too much.
Okay.
But the extended, I've done some radio with it.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Yeah, I like to do more because I think that is. I think a lot of young people that are into the club. The clubs.
Yep.
They would really like that, and they do like that kind of music anyway.
Absolutely.
They're into the dance and EDM because I know what I was like at that age,
Oh, absolutely. So. You know what? That's absolutely fantastic for you to think about that, being so new in the music industry. You know why? Because I know so many independent artists who work with us, part of the WOA roster and stuff like that, rock acts and pop acts or whatever, and it never crossed their mind to remix their catalog because that just extends their catalog. You know, you've got so many more songs for a completely different market. So I'm so glad that you know that part of the scene and you're doing the right thing. That's fantastic.
And it's a different genre as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there's a certain group of people that like give me one reason because we all grew up with that, right? Like
absolutely.
But then the younger generation, the really young ones, right?
Yeah.
They've never heard it before, and they might like it, but they would probably prefer the remix version because that's the phase that they're in.
Okay, you gotta send me that remix.
To the club scene right now. So
you gotta send me that remix because I'm gonna play it as soon as this interview is done. Okay, people gotta hear that. We gotta hear that.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun. So what about your original music, right? So what kind of songs do you like to write?
You know what? I don't really focus on like a genre per se.
Okay.
I just basically just write what I feel.
Okay.
You know, and then like sometimes like when I wrote, I have a song called Rise. And probably it's a reggae. It's reggae, but I probably like reggae because my family's Jamaican, right?
Okay.
And so I heard that growing up, and we played reggae music.
Yeah.
So of course I have an affinity towards reggae music.
Yeah, of course.
So so it just depends on my mood. I like so many different genres. Yeah. So there's nothing. I don't like to be pigeonholed into anything.
Okay.
So like like rock. I like reggae. I like pop. I like country.
Nice.
All of that because I grew up surrounded with all those varieties of music.
Excellent. Do you approach your songwriting like?
Go ahead.
Do you write the lyrics first and then decide on the melody, or does it all come together like all at the same time?
Sometimes it's the lyric that comes first, and sometimes the melody comes in my mind first. Or just kind of. Or sometimes it's both at the same time. There isn't any one way that it occurs.
Perfect
the strangest thing, though, is that go ahead.
I said perfect answer.
The strangest thing is that I find.
No, go on, Shar. Don't mind me. Go on.
The strangest thing is. Oh, okay. The strangest thing, because I was thinking about this earlier, is I think of music like when I'm out like grocery shopping.
Yep.
Or then I'm pushing the cart, and for some reason, I start thinking about music in my head and lyrics and stuff like that. Or, if I'm out for a walk, or if I'm walking, where suddenly it'll come to my mind and I pull my phone out and I start singing the lyrics or the melody.
Yeah.
But when I'm at home, I think when I'm at home, I'm more distracted, so it doesn't really come as quickly, But when I'm out where there's less distractions, that's when it starts to come to me.
True. I think that's one of the reasons that.
I don't know if that happens with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the reasons that I think I like taking such long walks with my dog, alone in the forest. Is because it's my songwriting time. Me and my dog, like he's my inspiration, and I'm alone, and I'm just feeling love when I'm with my dog. Basically, I just feel pure happiness, when I'm with him, no matter where I am. If my dog is with me, he inspires me to write, And because when I sing music at home, when I'm sitting in the on the couch in the living room. Once I start singing, he'll come and sit right next to me and just put his head down there, and he just wants me to play.
Oh, okay.
So for me, it's like
that's sweet.
That alone time with my dog is my songwriting time. My meditation time. And another thing I do is I take long motorbike rides. I ride a Harley Davidson, and I'll take these long rides. Where there's not much traffic or a certain time of the night or whatever.
Right.
And then I come home, and I've got 5 songs ready to go. It's like I'm ready to rock. So
that's right. You're right. There's something about not having all that distraction.
Correct.
For some reason, it's just like it just seems to flow easily at that time when there isn't all that distraction going on.
True.
Yeah.
But however, the reason I talk about this is us as real songwriters, musicians who need to write songs because it's in us. You know what I mean? Like that's you, that's me, that's a lot of artists that I work with. But I also work with the mainstream industry, right? And I've got these artists who don't write music, they just sing, or they're just the face of the song, right? And they've got in the studio 25 songwriters, 50 producers, like Beyonce, for example, and they'll write a song which has no meaning whatsoever. There's no feeling to the song. And that's the commercial song that you're listening to 24 hours a day on Top 40 radio, which is why I say the real music now is independent music scene. It's us. It is the real music, what the reason music was in the beginning, what music was in the music industry back in the day, you know. I guess we are the ones keeping it alive.
Right,
You've got to be so proud of that. We've got to be so proud of that, you know?
Like, you've come a long way yourself.
Yeah, well, the reason I can say these things is because I was signed to 2 major labels. I then decided to break off from the label because I had so much of, belief in myself, you know. I'm like, I can do this on my own. I don't need these assholes, you know. And but thankfully I was lucky I could do it.
Well, I think being an independent artist, there's more freedom. I mean, like, there's pros and cons to it.
Of course.
Like the big labels, they've got the money, okay? They got huge amounts of money that they can, you know, use to push their artists forward.
True.
But on the other hand, the artists don't have as much freedom.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And being an independent artist, I think I like the freedom to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Choose who I want to work with and who I don't want to work with. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And write whatever I want to write, and nobody can, you know, interfere with that. You know.
Exactly.
So I think for independent artists, the freedom that's the pro, but the downside too is also financial. You don't have that big money pushing the marketing. But you know, it's all good. You got to choose which one you want, and I prefer to be an independent artist.
True. And also, you know, the music industry has changed so much. Thankfully, I'm part of a major indie, as we call ourselves. You know, it's an independent scene. And we changed our strategy. So we'd be like an old school record label, right? We'd sign up artists and things like that and go that old format. And then we realized that the scene is completely different now. The major labels are desperate for the scene to stay the same, you know, so that they can control the artists and whatever.
Yeah.
And remember, when you talk about money, when you talk about money, every little penny that they have spent on you, including that coffee that you drank on that flight that you took to that recording studio, that flight, that recording studio, that manager that they sent, and they said you'd need him with you, his payments, and that one coffee, you have to pay each and every penny back with interest. Don't forget that. With interest.
You're absolutely right. There is a R&B group. I think it was it TLC or one of those R&B groups?
Yeah.
It was a female group.
Okay.
And I remember they were doing an interview with them, and they said they did not make any money at all.
Oh, yeah.
They did all these concerts. They made millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But they themselves made about $50,000 each. By the time they had to pay for all the touring, all the equipment, all the manager, all the
there you go.
Just everything. They didn't make anything.
Yeah, as I said, I've been with 2 majors. I had to go to court to basically get the rights of my music back and all that. I remember a bill coming to me going, and I'm like, what is this $20,000 for? Oh, it's that press conference that we had to launch. I'm like, what the fuck am I paying for that? You know what I mean? I'm like, it's absolutely ridiculous. So it's basically you are funding everything, and they are just giving you a loan, right? As an independent artist now, you don't need to do that. Like, we have broken the industry in such a way that you can, like WOA, for example, a company like ours. I don't know how many there are like WOA, but there are companies who are there, run by musicians, who are successful musicians or part of the industry, platinum selling artists or whatever like me. They're there to help an artist. We know how the market works, and we can help you get your music to those people. We can get your music to the fans, to the radio, whatever. And I'm so glad that we are signing up artists now who understand that. And they're not there going, oh, I just want to get a little fame so I can sign a record deal. No, you don't need a record deal. You are your own record label, you know?
Right.
And just work with companies and people who can help you.
I think you guys have a great service.
Thank you for saying that.
You guys already know how it works.
It's a calling. It's a calling for us, you know, that we want to do this for the scene. And, and for me personally, it's me giving it to the majors, you know, because I've got a personal thing against them going, you were messing with us, we're going to mess back with you. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's just my rant about the music industry. But let's talk more about what is your plan now? What are you working on? Are you working on more songs? Are you working on releasing an album? What's the strategy now?
I was thinking, you know what? Mm-hmm. Well, firstly, I just wanted to ask you, what happened? Like, I listened to your acoustic session the other day.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
And you were supposed to do that Tracy Chapman song.
I know.
No,
you know
Baby,
what?
Can I Hold You?
Shar, you just brought it up. You know what happened? I started the show with it, and then I had to edit it out because it didn't sound perfect. And I was like, oh, no, I don't want to put it in. But guess what? This Friday, that's going to be the song I kick off with and do a proper version of it. I promise. I'll dedicate it to you as well. I'll tell everybody, this is for Shar, my new friend from the industry.
Okay.
Thanks for reminding me of that.
Because I was listening and I said, wait a minute. He sang 4 songs, which were all really great, by the way.
Thank you.
But what happened to Baby, Can I Hold You?
And actually, but you know, the fact that we just talked, and you know, when I talk to you, I think of Tracy Chapman because of your song. So I'm gonna be in the zone to sing a Tracy Chapman song. That'll be great. That'll be great. That I just
that song together one day.
We should. We definitely should. Yeah, definitely. But tell me about that reggae song that I played on my show yesterday. I think it was the day before. Is that your?
Be all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right. Yeah, that's the one. Is that a final recording or that's just a demo?
No, it's a final recording.
No, you need to redo that.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because you know what? As a producer, I'm looking at that song going, oh my God, this is such a lovely song. I love it. A lot of women and men are going to relate to that song when they break up. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're going to relate to it.
Right.
But the music is done right. I mean, everything is really good. But your vocals could be so much better. Because I know your vocals. I've heard it on some of the other songs. So much better. Your vocals should really shine on that song. You know what I mean?
But you know what, though?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm thinking, you know what, though? When they were, when the mixer was doing the vocals, I said to him, you know what, because he had done some things with my vocals and I didn't like it.
Gotcha.
Because I have this thing that what you hear in the recording is going to sound exactly the same if I sing it live.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, and he had done some things with the vocal, and I said, you know what, that I want to sound as much myself as possible.
Yeah.
So, if you think it should sound better, maybe that could be my fault, not the person that mixed it.
No, not necessarily. So what he has done has probably used, he must have used auto-tune or something like that to edit those parts which sounded a bit off key or whatever. But you don't necessarily need to do that. You can just re-record the vocals and those parts so that it's perfect when you're singing it live. And that way you don't have to process it to make it sound artificial. It can still sound authentic, but you just re-record it a couple of more times. You know, so you just need to re-record. Just re-record the parts, you know. Instead of the producer or the engineer going, oh, let's put some auto-tune here. Don't do that. Just re-record it. As simple as that. You know,
record that song. You like the song?
I love the song. I just love the song. And just in case you don't know, I'm a big reggae fan. I just love reggae. And, you know, I grew up like on an island almost. You know, Goa was like an island. It was a Portuguese colony. You know, my family comes from the Portuguese army and all of that. So I did spend a lot of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did spend a lot of time in Goa, which is a little island sort of place in India, you know. So, but that was all Portuguese but the music scene there, you know, I was playing a local band when I was a kid. I was making music since I was 11 years old, 10 years old, right? And reggae was somehow what the locals loved. You get me? I don't know why. I think it has to do. It has to do with the kind of land it is. You know, like Jamaica. You know, the island sort of nation.
So I guess when you go to any sort of place which is by the beach, like an island place, somehow reggae becomes that anthem sort of music. I don't know what it is. And it's just that sun and sand and water, and you just be happy all the time. And
something about it.
Yeah. So I used to sing a lot of Bob Marley, you know, and also some of those weird white guys who used to sing reggae, like Ooh Baby I Love You Way, you know, the reggae version of that and all that kind of stuff.
Hold on. Who was that?
Who was that?
Baby I love. Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
I forget his name now.
It was a band.
But you know who else is really good? UB40.
Oh, I love UB40.
Remember UB40?
I used to love them. I used to sing
UB40 is great.
I used to sing Kingston Town all the time with the band. Do you remember Kingston Town? Yeah.
Right.
I used to sing that.
Yes,
so you know what? Here we go. We've got another connection going with reggae music now. How cool is that? I love it.
Pretty cool.
How many reggae songs have you got then?
2
reggae songs. You need to release like 5-song reggae EP. You know?
That's a good idea. That's something to think about. Yeah.
Yeah. The reason I say this is as a record label owner, reggae music works better as albums or EPs because of the continuity of the songs. People like to get four or 5 songs of reggae songs.
Right,
you know?
yeah. So, you're right about that.
Yeah. So if you make 4 or 5 reggae songs, different songs, but they're reggae, it's got that same reggae beat. I think that'll do really well for you. I really think so. WA will get that to the top. That's for damn sure. I can tell you that now. But just get those vocals.
Okay.
Just get those vocals the way I know you can, because you've got a great voice. So you really need to get those vocals out there proper. Send it to me before you say okay to the engineer. Okay? I'll tell you if it's good or not. I'll say no. Redo that.
Okay.
We can do that. We can do that.
Okay, we can do that.
We can do that. So
I was also thinking about doing a Tracy Chapman.
Oh yeah, a Tracy Chapman cover album. You mean all Tracy Chapman songs? It's a good idea.
Yeah.
When you talk about doing albums, a lot of albums, whether they're cover songs or original songs, it doesn't matter. The reason being, as an independent artist, you need to build your catalog, right? So you need to have as many songs out there, but good songs, right? Well-recorded songs. They can be covers, they can be originals. So if you want to do a Tracy Chapman album, freaking do it. Do a double album if you need to, right? But it has to be Shar covering Tracy Chapman, and then you've got all those songs there. So just build your catalog, and your singles strategy. Keep that for your original songs, your singles. You know, release those really awesome singles one by one, and then get an album out of your singles together later. But at the same time, on the side, release a reggae EP, release a Tracy Chapman album. You know, this is advice to all independent artists out there. You know, the guys who are starting out. Get your catalog really big. That's how money will trickle in for you as making it as a career for yourself.
Right.
You know, that's my advice to independent artists out there. You know.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Don't be too what's the word, like stingy with your songs. Oh, I want only my best songs to come out. Yeah, your originals, of course, let them be the best songs. But put those covers out there. The ones you like covering, cover them and put them out. You know, get them out there.
Yeah, I think all independent artists should try to put out a cover song.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
You read my mind.
Because it'll help them get noticed.
Exactly.
People like to hear things that they're familiar with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, music that they're familiar with. So you just scatter some in there in between your original music.
Yep.
You know who you reminded me of?
Oh yeah, go on.
When you're singing some of your acoustic songs, you remind me a little bit of Bret Michaels.
Bret Michaels? Oh, Poison.
You know Bret Michaels?
From Poison. Yeah, I love Bret Michaels. Oh, thank you. That's a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because you were singing, I don't remember, there was a couple songs you were singing, and I was like, he sounds just like Bret Michaels.
Really?
Yeah.
But I did
also
cover
the biker look too, right?
That's the reason.
To wear the headband.
That's the reason I wear it, because I'm always on the Harley, you know, so I'm always wearing the headband and stuff. So it's kind of like my look.
Are you in the UK right now?
I'm in Portugal right now.
All right.
What are the other artists you like, Shar? Tell us more. Like I know you're a Tracy Chapman fan. Who are the other artists you like?
I used to love Elton John.
Oh, yeah.
And then I liked Prince. And I liked, UB40, loved UB40.
I love you.
Bad Company.
Oh, Bad Company. Cool.
Do you know how to play I Feel Like Making Love?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do, totally.
that song is bad.
That is badass.
Yeah, that's a great song. I like a little bit of Guns N' Roses.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet Child of Mine and Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh, yeah, totally. I covered Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Yeah, that's a good track.
On my album, my MTV EMA nominated album. It got nominated for an MTV EMA, the biggest award you can think of. And one of the songs was Knocking on Heaven's Door that I sort of mixed Bob Dylan and Guns N' Roses, and I made it my own, to check it out, okay? Go listen to it.
Cool,
maybe I'll play it on today's show with your interview.
Yes,
I might just play it.
Yeah, that would be an idea.
That'd be cool.
That'd be a great idea. Yeah.
Also, as a musician, you can't really pinpoint and say, oh, that's my favorite artist, because that's ridiculous. I mean, we have so many songs that we like, right? So it's always going to be different artists that we end up liking. So, but what I wanted to ask you was...
at different stages in your life.
Exactly.
Too.
Absolutely. What I wanted to ask you was, do you do recordings in your house, or do you always go out to a recording studio? Do you have a home studio like an independent artist, or what do you do?
In my house, I have my own little studio.
Nice.
And then this is how I do it. I record at home.
Yeah.
So I hire people.
Okay.
To help me put my music together.
Gotcha.
So like Jimmy, he's an excellent guitarist. Mm-hmm. He's worked on most of my songs, not all of them, but most of them.
Okay.
Not on any of the reggae songs. He hasn't done any of those.
Okay.
But he's an excellent guitarist. Okay. He's a great vocalist, and he's also teaches. He also teaches
as well.
Guitar lessons as well too.
Awesome.
Yeah, he teaches as well.
Okay.
So he's really good, and we do it over the internet.
Excellent.
That's what we do.
So you like...
I have my studio, he has his.
Yeah. So you sing a song, and then you'll just send the song to musicians and ask them to put the music to it. Is that what you do? Because
I hire the musicians.
Okay.
Sometimes it can get really especially original songs, because you have to try to communicate to the other person
exactly
what you want and how you want it to sound.
Right.
And it can get kind of... sending stuff back and forth. No, I don't want that. I want it to sound like this,
Okay.
And it goes back and forth a few times.
Yeah.
The covers are easy to do, because you just, what I mean? Like, this is Tracy Chapman's song, Give Me One Reason, and But when it's an original, it becomes much more difficult to communicate what you want. But it turns out in the end, and it works out, but it can be complicated.
Okay, so here's something I'd advise you on, and other independent artists who are listening in, right, who don't play an instrument, but they're musicians, they compose music. Logic. Logic is what DAW do you use? Do you use Logic at home, or do you have another sort of recording?
I use. Why can't I think of what I use?
Cubase, Nuendo, one of those.
Odyssey.
Got you.
Odyssey.
Okay, so the reason I'm talking about Logic now, right, is because the latest edition of Logic, the latest update, they've got a bass player, a drummer, and a keyboard player right in there. And all you got to do is...
Oh, really?
Yeah, all you got to do is put the name of the chord and go, okay, in 4 bars, I want it on C, and then I want it on F, and then I want it on G, right? And you don't even have to play a single instrument. And these guys, these are your musicians, musicians that you're hiring, right? But they're there, they belong to you in your computer. And you tell the musician, okay, I want this bass pattern, and I want this keyboard sort of lick, and I want this sort of guitar loop or something.
Right.
And, as for your original music, if you just spend a little time trying to work that out, and have a little MIDI keyboard that you connect to the computer, and just know the notes from C to C.
Right.
That's it. Those are the only notes that are there, right? And if you just use that, I think to communicate. No, I'm not saying you use that to do your final song. No, I'm saying you use that to then communicate your idea in a proper way to the real musicians. You get me?
Right,
and then your songs will turn out even better.
It makes it a lot easier. Because it's less frustrating going back and forth all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
You should definitely look into that. So for today, as soon as we finish the interview, what song do you want us to play for all our listeners?
Oh my gosh! Don't we all love all our songs?
Yeah, but you gotta make a choice.
Well, why don't we play something they haven't heard?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, tell me which one. I want an original to end with.
When the world is on your shoulder.
Okay, so tell me what kind of song it is. I haven't heard it yet. So explain to me what the song is about and why you wrote it. I
wrote that song many years ago. I was in my early 20s. I was going through a really difficult time. And I don't know, I just wrote it and I sat on it for all this time till I sat on it until 2021 when I started doing the karaoke.
Wow.
When I came up with the idea that, you know what, I want to record this,
Yeah,
you know?
Nice.
And I released it in October 2022. So
fantastic.
That's the history of that song. I don't know what I would classify. It's kind of like I don't know. I'd say like it's a little bit of rock, a little bit of maybe blues, a little bit of country. It's kind of
nice.
Has all those elements in it.
Like Americana. Yeah. Let's call it Americana because it's got the best of all three American roots songs.
Maybe call it Americana.
Americana, yeah.
And I think it's a really uplifting song for anyone that, you know, that's going through a difficult time and, you know, maybe they're thinking of giving up on whatever it is, giving up on, you know, their dreams or, you know, maybe they don't see that they're not going to get out of that particular situation that they're in.
Yeah.
And it's just to give them some confidence and build up their self-esteem a little to say, hey, this is all temporary, it's not permanent, and there's gonna be better days ahead. Just trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and you'll get out of whatever situation you're in.
That's wonderful. So, I think that's a great message in a song. You know, I think that'll work really well. I'm thinking of a cover that could go well with that. Would be "Lean on Me." You know, so when you're singing that, and then a guy sings "Lean on Me" after that, like, okay, the world is on your shoulder.
That's an idea. Yeah, great. That's a great idea.
I'm full of great ideas.
All kinds of stuff, aren't you?
I'm full of great ideas. I'm telling you.
Hitting it out of the ballpark. Yes. Yeah.
You do that. And it was wonderful having you on the show. I really enjoyed our chat today. It was really cool. We really got along, didn't we?
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I loved it. I mean,
we got along very well.
Yeah, I guess when I meet musicians like you, you know, I can always see the future. Like, we can. So many wonderful things can happen because of that connection as musicians. I think, you know, at least that's my opinion.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, it makes things easier when
you connect.
You work well with other people.
Exactly.
And it always work out that way. Like, I've worked with people that were just excellent musicians.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we just didn't
connect. Yeah.
Or we just didn't connect.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you find people that you work well with, it makes everything so much easier.
So much easier.
You know, that you click, you're on the same page, you know, so you're vibing, so it's good.
It's good, yeah, absolutely. On that note, we're going to play your brand new single, not brand new single, but your original, which we haven't heard before, When the World is on Your Shoulder. Here we go, When the World is on Your Shoulder. Shar, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Here is Shar's brand new single. Tell me what you think about it.
See
yes indeed.
Hi, this is Scott MacPherson in Nashville, Tennessee, and you're listening to WOA FM99 with the one and only Oliver Shawn. Said you'd lost your point of view. There's nothing left to say or do. You can't walk away and leave me all alone. I won't make it on my own. When day after day, every face I see is you. Night after night, going insane. Maybe tomorrow you'll be waiting at my door, but I don't know. No, I don't know. Said you'd lost your peace of mind. Said you'd need a little time. Now I think you've gone and found somebody new. Just what am I supposed to do? When day after day, every face I see is you. Night after night, going insane. Maybe tomorrow you'll be waiting at my door, but I don't know. No, I don't know. Day after day, every face I see is you. Night after night, I'm going insane. Maybe tomorrow you'll be waiting at my door, but I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Day after day, every face I see is you.
In the shadow of the Ryman where Hank used to play, right out out back across the alleyway, there's a bunch of little bars and nightclubs there. Hard driving music floating out in the air. The doorman will tell you who's really hot, where you need to go, where you need to knock. It stays a little crazy, but it's totally hip. Lower Broadway, down on the Strip. It's the beginning and the end of the Nashville sound. In the middle of the city, right downtown. There's has-beens and wannabes and never was. Made some days and just because they're playing for love and living on tips. Take it till you make it and you'll finally hit. Lovers and losers, they're all looking for a split. Everybody's hustling down on the Strip. So many great ones have worked these bars. Willie and Lefty and their big guitars. Roger Miller and BR549, writing those songs and living these lines. The doorman will tell you who's really hot, where you need to go and where you need to knock. Stays a little crazy, but it's totally hip. Lower Broadway, down on the Strip. Lower Broadway, down on the Strip. Best band in Nashville, no dumb charge.
Hi, this is Dew. You're listening to WOA FM99 with Oliver Sean. Stay tuned to catch my chart-topping single Over and Over, which hit number 2 on the alternative charts on iTunes and the official top 100 charts across all genres in Portugal last week.
I wash my face and brush my teeth before I go to sleep. TV fills my hollow head with its neon glow. When the sun rises, I'll start another day, filled with uncertainty, a sea of truth. Over and over, I find I've stayed the same. Dreams I've had have come to pass, visions left undone. Over and over, I hear the words you say. Why do we sacrifice when this could be our life? Over and over, I found I've stayed the same. All my dreams come undone. Over and over. Over and I hear the words that I have said in the middle of the night. The words I say I cannot claim, which is less than I expect. Too bored to think for myself. Is this what I've become? I'm not who I thought I'd be, not who I thought I'd be. Over and over, I find I've stayed the same. Dreams I've had have come to pass, visions left undone. Over and over, I hear the words you say. Why do we sacrifice when this could be our lives? Over and over, I found I used to see the world in black and white, but now I see colors. I used to think that I stood alone, but now I have others. It turns out somehow at one point we all felt out of place, until you found out it ain't about where you're at, it's who you're with. Some would say not to judge a book just by its color. You might be feeling like other, you just need time to discover who you are. You've come so far, the grass ain't greener. Oh, had to change scenes but the view wasn't different. It might look clean but the grass ain't greener. Oh, had to come back to where it all began. It might look clean but the grass ain't greener. Swept up in their words, well, we were children, wanting approval, that's normal. Start with the main thing, self-love's a good thing, feels better and I'm focused on who you are. You've come